Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin today's show, y'all, today we're talking about Akbar V. It was going to be an open topic, but when damage speaks, listen. So we're about to listen, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe on all platforms. And what else? I'm trying to give you the maintenance before we start this story. Oh, also for everyone looking for Jovi's favorite products, products I use on my skin and all of that good stuff, I have it listed down below in the description. Links are available. And I think that's it. So let's drop this intro so we can get on with today's show. Ugh. Okay, guys. That shit was gross. Oh, okay. So, listen. Akbar V just dropped I guess she's going through some things. She just dropped some information that a lot of people go through. Things like, especially in the Black family, it happens in other families, but we care about Black families, right? We know what happens in the Caucasian family. So don't come here saying that, it's not just Black people. I'm not here for that. But we're here to talk about our community, right? And this idea we have of protecting these abusers, right? Mothers, fucking grandmas, and these people protecting their brothers, their sons, their uncles, their whatever, knowing that they are touching the little girls and even a lot of the times the little boys in their family and no one doing anything about it. People, telling the little girl, a lot of these times these children are, really young, blaming them, telling them it's their fault, forcing them to still be around the same place. I knew a girl, she was older than me, so she's not really a girl. She's about 10 years older than me back when I was like 18. She was like 28 or whatever. Her uncle used to molest her. Just a real quick story. He used to do things to her basically since she was a kid, right? And she was all messed up in the head about it, and nobody ever did anything. Her mom, her dad, no one ever actually did anything. He lived with her grandma, and she would literally have to go over to the grandmother's house every Saturday to go grocery shopping, right? And at damn near 30, I still believe that this nasty perverted man who lived in the back room at the grandma house, because he couldn't even go grocery shopping for his mama, even though he lived there, was still molesting her whenever she came to the house on the weekends, right? This shit is traumatic. I feel so much empathy for anyone who had to go through stuff like that. It's bad enough to be touched or violated in this sort of manner. That's bad enough anyway. But to add on top of that, it being someone of relation to you, and your parents or your grandparents or whatever, literally just allowing this shit to go down, that must be really fucked up and traumatic, right? Which brings us to Akbar V, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I find that a lot of the times when you look at girls like Akbar or like even Tommy, but Tommy ain't ever said nothing like that. But people like that, they're just angry, right? Just all of these children, right? She just have all of these children, with no thought, no nothing. It's like the breaking down of someone's spirit and like the violation of them, right? Don't not even being able to choose who and when they lose their virginity, right? Just making sex just a thing that happens to you, right? Instead of something that you are wanting to engage in with someone, right? All right. I think I'm done with the little mini intro. So let me get to some of these comments, and then we're going to pull up the story. Hi, mommy. How are you? Hey, Jada. I see you, sis. Hit that like button, y'all. Hey, Quana. Hey, TX. Hey, Beauty B. How are you? Hey, Angela. Facts, protecting their aunties and older cousins and ish too. The women too, not just the uncles. Let me not just say just the uncles, because look at Kelly, the R's. Look at him. People are saying he's the way he is because of lifelong, not lifelong, generational molestation that occurred, right? We all have heard that his granddad, we've heard this. We don't know if it's true, but we've heard this, that his granddaddy may have been his daddy, right? That his sister used to do things to him from he was, a really small kid. And that's why, again, that's not an excuse, because once you grow up, you learn that, these things are not appropriate. But these things happen, and there cannot be no more sweeping shit under the rug. We've done swept so much shit under the rug. Like, there is no more rug. The rug is sitting on top of a fucking trash mound, okay? Hey, DC, how are you? Hey, Tutu Think Think. Hey, Pamela, I miss you. Hey, Charlotte. Making sure y'all hit that like button, and let's jump into... Thank you. She said she loved this hat. I wore this hat to Comic-Con this weekend, and everybody loved it. I've had this hat literally sitting in the closet for like 2 years. She said, this is why my family that can give R. Kelly the benefit of the doubt will never babysit my child. Honestly, if you pay attention to those people who give R. Kelly the benefit of the doubt, they are the ones who are engaging in it, in my personal opinion, or the victims of it, and have learned to blame themselves, right? Blame yourselves. Your mom or your grandmom, the women who raised you, telling you that you're hot at 8. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't even understand that. I couldn't even comprehend that. Telling you, talking about, she's a little hot ass little girl. She's 8. She's 9. She's 10. Like, I don't understand. But these are the families that you would have to be a fucking idiot to send your children to live with. And really, my real concern here is Akbar got numerous kids. But again, we all comprehend that people, I'm not going to say just women, because men get abused too. And half of these abused men are these fuck boys. We already know that. Half of these motherfuckers out here have been abused, and they just don't acknowledge it. They don't want to talk about it, and they don't know how to deal with it. That's why they all fucked up, right? Akbar at least spoke on the shit, right? She claimed, she said it. She said it, right? We about to pull us up. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, until I remember what I was gonna say, let's pull this shit up. So before we pull up Akbar, okay, and what she says, I want to pull up the video directly next to Akbar, because sometimes we can get so caught up in the fuck shit. Hold on, let me turn this off. That's my daughter. She's wilding. Bro. I don't know why these kids say bro. I'm not a bro. I'm a woman. I'm a female. But anyway, let's take turn our attention to this. Just really fast. Out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. So it is a mother. I can't play that whole thing because y'all know they probably gonna hit me for the little part I did play, child. I probably gotta mute that on the back end. But I just saw a video of a mother chasing down some fucking man, grown-ass man, who did something to her child. Okay, everybody is not just serving their fucking kids up for slaughter. We know this. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I will say, I recognize the fact that Akbar has a lot of children, right? And my real question is, especially with people who experienced this shit, right? You know, and this is the dysfunction. This is one of the main dysfunctions of it. That until we come to this, until we can answer this question, I don't understand how we can get past this. You recognize the fact, allegedly, that your uncles touched you, and your grandmom and mom let it go down. Allegedly. Every time I do that, it's an allege. Why would you then turn around, have random fucking children? I get the dysfunction. That's why you having random children, because you're not really sex is just a thing. It's not a thing that happens, not something that you engage in, right? It's just a thing that happens for a purpose. They think of sex differently. I understand that. Cool. But why would you then send those children, okay, to live in the same house, okay, as the people with the people who let it happen to you? And majority of the time, the same nigga that did it to you is still living in that house. That's a dysfunction that we need to talk about as well. I know so many people, especially people who live who from the Caribbean, right? They know that they uncle molested them, or this one did this, or this one did that, and they'll turn around when they have their children and send their children down to Jamaica, to wherever the fuck they from, to the house where they know that this motherfucker be touching children. It's sick in the head. And I recognize that you got to be sick in the head to have that happen to you, and the people who are supposed to protect you like blame you for it, right? That would make anybody crazy. It's just so fucked up. Anyway, let me pull this shit up so y'all can see. Okay. Protect your daughters. Stop letting y'all daughters go around these grown men. My uncles are sickening, and some of my family members trying to cover shit up. It's not sitting right with me. Please protect your daughters. You know that it happened to you. You have daughters, and you allow your daughters to be around people that you know did shit to you. Did you think it was going to stop with you? And I know she got issues, and I know she probably wasn't thinking that far ahead, but we need to start thinking. We need to start thinking. Stop sending your fucking kids to grandma's house if your fucking molesting ass uncle or brother fucking lived there. Anyway, I know so much people like this. I used to have a homegirl back in the day as an adult, like teenagers. Oh, she had a kid. She had a kid when she was like 16 or some shit, 15 or some shit. In my heart of hearts, I believe her kid's father was one of her uncles. Her uncles were fucking crazy, like literally crazy, like SSI crazy, Social Security crazy, right? They were crazy. They would beat her up. These like it was wild, right? And nothing on this God's green earth could tell me that they weren't doing something to her since, but yet we leave, but yet she leave her kid over there. It's just, it's nasty, man. Anyway, my mother's brothers are sick men, her uncles. And we are more with our mother's family than our father's family, always. My mother's brothers are sick men. Only 2 was good men out of my grandmother's kids, my Uncle James and Uncle Dee. So them the only good niggas. Everybody who her uncle that ain't Uncle James and Uncle Dee, effed her. This is what she's telling us. Ooh. I couldn't imagine, boy. I couldn't imagine. The other uncles my grandmother had, which are my mother's brothers, are men that touch little girls and take the virginity before they even know what love is about. Brokenhearted. She's telling us why she is the way she is. When people speak, sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and listen. She's telling us why she is the fucking way she is. A lot of girls, I learned this when I was a teenager and I went to jail. Y'all know I went to jail or whatever back in the day. I learned that just listening, because it's real interesting when you sitting up listening to 17 and 18-year-olds, right? In a situation like that where they don't feel like they have to lie because we in jail, like who the fuck you gonna tell? You know, and how much people in there told me stories of their fathers, their brothers, like blowing my mind. I'm like, you know, I'm angry. And I'm like, but I've never, like their fathers, like their brothers, their uncles, their moms selling them to drug dealers for fucking crack and shit. Right? Oh my God. Anyway. Then she says, oh, they post a national assault hotline. The copy says, Akbar V warns parents to protect their daughters while revealing some family trauma. We want to send Akbar nothing but love and also bring awareness to this matter. Trauma, we can't say the word, happens in many Black households. It will continue to happen if families don't seek help and speak out against it when it is occurring. Bruh, this is the same equivalent of these niggas beating your ass, and instead of calling the police, you just let it go down. Keep letting these things go down. Okay? Talk about protect Black women. Can I say something? We need to protect ourselves. You can't ask somebody to give you what you won't give yourself. You can't ask somebody to treat you the way you won't treat yourself. You want these men out here to protect you. You won't even protect yourself. You won't even protect your own kids. You're serving your fucking kids up for slaughter. But then you mad when somebody, like, nah. Like, some nigga whoop your ass. You just let it go down. But you put your hand on him and he gonna call the fucking cops on you. But you just let it go down. Megan Stallion right now fucking battling a whole fucking case with half the world not believing her. Why? Because she was about to let this nigga shoot her and let it go down. That whole just letting it go down for the sake of these niggas, because there's the difference between Black people and niggas. Let me be very clear. For the sake of protecting these niggas in your fucking family. That's the problem, because your mama and your grandmother been protecting them niggas forever. And until you start worrying about protecting your fucking self, I don't give a fuck. Let me be very clear. I don't allow people around my kid, boy. And I only really allow 1 or 2 brothers around my kid. I'm gonna be very honest. Not that I think anything with my brothers, but you know. But let me be honest. Even my brothers, I love them to death, bitch. I will put their asses under the jail. There's no conversation. There's no my mom calling me trying to, well, she would never do that. But there's no calling me trying to, but he made a mistake. Ain't no fucking thing. That is generational molestation. He made a mistake. He didn't mean it. He didn't see that. You protecting the fucking, you are literally protecting your own abuser. Because just like you protecting him, the same way your mom or grandmother protected your uncle or shit. This been going on since fucking before fucking slavery. Do you know that the DMV, bruh, this is history that you don't want to know, but I know it, so y'all gonna fucking know it too, because if it's in my fucking head, it's gonna have to be in y'all head. Do you know that the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, do you know that they have an absurdly large number of incest cases amongst African Americans? Did y'all know that? It's been like that for about 100 years. More than that. An absurdly large amount of incest cases in the DMV. Why, you ask, is there so much incest cases in the DMV? Like literally 6, 7 out of 10 fucking families. It go down. Might be 7 or 8. It was a lot. I forget the numbers, but it's why? This is all historic. But y'all, because the DMV area is where they had the largest breeding camp in the country. Breeding as in breeding slaves, okay? Breeding as in they that's where the word motherfucker come from them breeding camps. Because they would breed you, again, because they didn't want to see us as human. They would breed you with your own brother, your mother, your sister, your whatever. As long as you were strong and sturdy, they would fucking breed you. And they put that incestation in the word isn't infestation because that's something else. Incest station. I made up a new fucking word. In our fucking communities. Since slavery. And it has been going on because when they freed the slave, they were there. You stayed for the most part in the areas you grew up in, you're from, right? Or you were freed from. Some people went up north, but they were up north kind of anyway, right? So it just continued on after slavery ended, right? Fucking crazy. But these are our histories. And until we deal with it, because again, you can't, it's just like any other trauma you go through, right? Keep trying to push it in the back, push it in the back, push it in the back. It will show up. It will bubble up in different fucking ways and pass down through generations and generations, which is why 150 years after fucking slave, something like that, 60, so whatever, after slavery ended, the DMV still has the largest number of infestations. Oh no, I wanted to read some of these comments. Somebody says society talks down to Akbar for having several children by different men, yet same society is quiet when it comes to grown effed up men who violated her as a child. That started her down the lost path. It did. Okay, let's be very clear. When you see girls who go through, you know what I was watching last night? I'm gonna pull this down. You know what I was watching last night? Celebrity boot camp, because y'all know I love me some fucking celebrity boot camp, y'all. We're gonna talk about that whole thing in another episode. I might do a review for, I don't know. Anyway, y'all know I love me some celebrity boot camp. But there's this girl on celebrity boot camp. She is with Marley Marl. He's a DJ or some shit, right? Again, it doesn't go past my head that last year or the year before or something, he got caught up in a prostitution ring that was in Vegas and LA, whatever, right? Again, I don't remember the whole thing, but I believe we made a video about this shit, right? So he's already had those charges pending, right? Because the pandemic, shit got pushed back. So he got those charges pending. So he's on celebrity boot camp with this girl called Treasure. Baby, she's like a stripper, prostitute, maybe, I don't know, but that's his so-called girlfriend. They working on his control issues and her drinking issues. My nigga, she was up drinking hard, tequila and everything, at like 9 in the fucking morning. They up making breakfast, ready, getting ready to do this, for the show and all of this shit. Bruh, she's up, she's taking shots at 8, 9 in the fucking morning. She can't function for the day without liquor, without being fucked up. You know what that tells me? That tells me that she's been through so much fucked up shit. She said that. By half of the show, I was telling the person that I was with, I said, she don't feel seen. She feels Marley Marl controls her. I'm like, she has been in a position where these men, probably people in her family, started it just how it jumped off, right? Been taking advantage of her, been forcing their will on her. So, that's how a lot of these women end up in the strip club to begin with, right? Forcing their will on her to the point where she just drinks to be numb to the shit. It's the equivalent of like when people say, when they're molested or whatever, especially when they were young, they leave their body. It's not, they're somewhere else and, it's happening, but it's not happening. It's the equivalent of that, right? The only difference is that now she's a grown up, and instead of only being able to mentally leave her body while at night when fucking uncle come in your room, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Whatever. Now she's able to fucking start taking shots at 9:00 in the fucking morning. Okay. Let me go to some of these comments because I'm just, I want to stop thinking of this. Where are we? She says some people are the way they are because of hold on. It knocked me all the way down. Okay. Because they are miserable and want others to have to suffer what they suffered and feel enjoyment in it. That's R. Kelly. Yes, a lot of so there's people who go through things, and I always say half of the people who go through things will never do anything to nobody. They're like, no, I would never put anyone else through that shit. And then there's the other half, which in my opinion are the women who support R. Kelly and all of this shit. They have been told so long, so much that they wanted it. They wanted it. And they were flirting at 5. They were flirting with their uncle. Okay. And that they wanted it. Okay. To the point where they actually believe that shit. So they low key want to put other women through the pain that they went through because they feel like they went through it. So why you can't go through it? Like molested? No, bitch, you wanted it. Like they said, I wanted it when I was 5. That's how they live. That's the mentality of them. It is. That's a big cause. This is one of the major reasons our men and our women are fucked up. Our broken homes and our fucking silence. Okay? These broken homes and their fucking silence. Hey, Jay Bliss. T said, I didn't get blamed, but a relative who I don't want to share publicly because I'm too embarrassed asked me if it felt good. They were joking, but who jokes like that? They weren't joking. They weren't joking. They weren't joking. It happened to them. They weren't joking. Whoever did it to you probably did it to them. What? What? Hold on, y'all. My kid is in detention. Okay, sorry. She's like, remember I told y'all last week I wasn't here the end of the week because my kid and her homegirl. This homegirl got to go. We just, I cannot. I cannot. She got to go. We out here. We just spoke yesterday about how she fucking demolished these tests and her grades, and now she's fucking in detention because of her home. No, baby. No. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'll do it when she get home. I'm not doing this. Shit. She said maybe that's why Akbar is so angry and fights so much. Yes. That's fuck a maybe. That's exactly why Akbar is angry and fights so much. And why she can't get over it. Like I said, when I was, that's the thing. When I was telling y'all when I was young and I was in jail, I learned that. I peeped that. That's damage as fuck. It's like, and that's not teenage mischief, right? I was angry as a teenager, not because of nothing like that. So I can go, unless you deal with molestation, that shit don't go away. She's fucking 30 something, thugging it out with Tommy, thugging it out with anybody who says anything, who make her feel unsafe the way she felt when she was a fucking child. She's ready to fucking kill because she's having flashbacks to when she had no say-so. Child. Damn it. I didn't want to have to say, you can't be friends with this girl no more. She make you look bad. But fucking hell, she's in detention. No, man. She can't be friends with this girl. It's done. The other parent wants to know that the act has happened. Sometimes the other parent won't know that the act has happened because the child hasn't told on the person that has touched them. The friend that I told you about back in the day, I know her dad didn't know. Her mom knew because that was her mom's brother. Her mom knew. Her mom didn't believe her. She didn't tell her dad. Tell your children. Tell mommy, tell daddy. Stop trying to hide shit. And then after she even told her mom, and they decided, the mom, the grandmom, and whoever decided that, she lying or she wanted it or this, whatever fuck they decided. They've made her not tell her father. See what secrets get you? That girl fucked up. She's been fucked up. We were 19, 18, 19. It was mad. It was like maybe like 6, 7 of us. She was 29. What was she hanging out with a bunch of 18-year-olds for? Why? She fucked up in the head and had to go walk over to her grandmama's house every Saturday to go fucking buy groceries and to have this big old man continue to molest her since she was fucking 3 years old till she was fucking 30 or old. Because we stopped speaking after like her being 30. I don't know where the girl is, but he probably still do it now. Wow. Because nobody ever said nothing. Hey, Mahogany. She says she believes her mother is a victim too. Of course, it's always, bruh, it's no way in hell. Well, shit, I don't know. I don't think you're gonna be a parent who was not molested and you let this shit go down. It has to be something embedded in you and trained into your mind, the generational bullshit of it all. Because if it didn't I see it happening more prevalently if it happened to your parent, to your moms. And she just accepted this behavior. Like my old friend's mom just accepted this behavior because that was her brother and he did it to her when they were children. Then she allowed it to go down. She let it, she knew her brother was a nasty ass fucker. And she let her mama with her brother in the house watch her fucking baby. And then blinked the little girl. Shit. She said, I would have told someone. Let's stop hiding. She said, I remember a family where a girl got pregnant by her uncle when he, like, come on now. A lot of these people, when you see and they got these little girls and they ain't got no fucking who the baby daddy? Like the friend I told you, who the baby daddy? She claimed it was some dude. He wasn't the dude. I know who the baby daddy was. It was her fucking uncles. One of them, because it was like 3 of them. One of them was the fault of her child that she had when she was like 14, 15 or some shit like that. When you see them children and they got these children and they ain't no daddy, ain't no little nigga out here who look like, you know what it is. Let's stop acting like we don't know what it is. We know what it is. It's not Akbar's fault. Akbar need to get her shit together to get her fucking kids out that fucking house. Angela said it was her sister's husband when she was 12. I'm sorry, Angela. And you never told anybody. We need to start telling. She said, and his sister and mother asking for donations for a lawyer and saying that's their brother's son. They got to help him. Shake my head, but not the child. She said, mother's boyfriends too. Jesus help me. My mom defended him. He still got locked up for 20 years for it. My cousin lived with our grandmother and still hasn't spoken to her mom since. I wouldn't speak to her either. But there's mothers out here who do that too. That's another reason. Like, what the fuck? All these having children when you can't even prepare to have them, and now you got some nigga in your house because you just want some nigga and you think this is as good as it get. So you allow this nigga to touch your child just so he'll be with you, bitch. No. Come on now. I don't trust. I'm gonna be very clear. My kid don't go by people's house. I don't play these games. People can't come by my house. Like, and no. I am very fucking no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is. Very clear. I don't give a fuck who it is. There's very limited number of people my child can stay with. My mom, my dad, my oldest brother. He's younger than me, but him and the baby brother. The oldest and the youngest. And that's about it. I don't even trust my friend. No shade. And not even say like I don't trust them. No shade, but I don't put nothing past nobody. I can put it past minds that I grew up in a house with, my parents, because I grew up there and I know ain't nothing happened to me. And ain't nothing would ever gonna happen to me. My brother, because I grew up with him and I know he ain't, and I know we grew up. So if he was like that, bitch, I know. You know what I'm saying? And the baby, because we grew up, people that I know every day in the house, and I know who they is. That's the only people that I would allow, and still not even like that. Because you don't know who they gonna trust. And just because I trust them, they might trust somebody else who I ain't fucking with to watch my kid, and I ain't fucking with it. Because you think they great, or you think I ain't fucking with it. So I don't even do that. I don't even do that. He got the girl at 6 and people praised him for getting custody over her dad because he had more money. And look at what he turned around and did. Now they're reopening the case of how her mother died. Who are you talking about? I gotta go. Hold on. I'm missing a whole. I need to. Who the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking about Akbar? Oh my God. What a. She said a relative of mine got pregnant by her own dad. Jesus Christ. Gave birth to the child. That same relative got married and her husband began to molest all of her kids and even me and at least 20 other because she associated. This is my kid. Hold on. She just wilded out. She just started yelling at somebody, "I'm going home." I don't know what the fuck is happening. Hold on. She pissed off. I didn't even gotta tell her she not to be friends with this girl no more. She's over it. She's spazzed. All right. She'll be home in a little bit. She's hot. I ain't even got to tell her not to be friends. She's over it. After last week, grandma done threatened her. Everybody done threatened her. She over it. And now you done got her put in detention. She ain't messing with my kid is not about that life at all. I'm sorry. I don't want me distracted from it. We talking about something serious. Oh, God. She's like, you done got me in trouble. I'm sorry, TD. I'm sorry that these things happen. I'm sorry that these things happen, and I'm sorry that people go through it and don't. Who was it? Mahogany? Was it Mahogany? One of y'all sent me a video of this YouTuber who dad allegedly is a member of the Fugees. I think not Wyclef, the other one. And allegedly, am I right or wrong? Am I bugging? Let me know. He had children with his daughter. I'm completely taken aback. I have not watched the video because I am taken aback. You see the deformation in these children. Oh my God. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Ran by, yep, in Maryland, led by, yes, incestuous. She said, my grandparents didn't know they were third cousins of they're related to the white side. It's incestuous behavior. She says, so true. It was going on with my cousin down in Maryland. I'm telling you, that's a fact, y'all. I ain't make that shit up. The DMV area, the number, it's like 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 households is incestual shit, right? And y'all, 8 out of 10 is incestual shit, and it has been proven that going back, that these are the children of the ancestors who were in those breeding camps when they would put the fucking mother, when they would force the son to boink his mama, or the son and the sister to get it on. Hold on. All right. Her phone keep breaking up. She's pissed off. Ma, don't do that. My mama just said she done lost her money. Don't do that. She's pissed off. She's not speaking to that girl no more. She's upset. She's over it. She's like, she done got me in trouble twice. She's over it. She's like, I'm over it. 3 times is not the charm with my child. She over it. She just hot. She said, ain't that the girl Diamond beat up? I don't know. Hold on. Let me go up a little. Oh, I see I have a donation. Hold on. Yes. 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 Oh, it's a vocal director. It wasn't the other one. Forced the child to have his, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, it was a GoFundMe. Okay. She said she reported the GoFundMe and let them know that the dude of the family is caught on numerous cell phone videos and texts. He's okay. Yeah, let's get these likes up. Okay, now I know what you talk. I think I know what you're talking about. Numbness has become a reality to cope. Yeah, numbness, blaming ourselves, blaming the victims. Like, no, we're not gonna until we stop doing this shit. We can't do this. Hey T, thank you so much for the donation. It is thoroughly appreciated. For real. Thank you so much. She said, our babysitter tried to make us do things. My parents never left us again, but she used hot water. This shit is sick. That's why I said you can't. You can't. Yes, because they brought the slaves in Annapolis. That was one of the slave ports. Yes. I didn't make this shit up at all. Yes. Definitely why Akbar does that, because she refuses to let anyone violate her again, mentally or physically. That's exactly why these girls act like that. When you see people that are like that, and it's just like anything, any slight, they pop. It's normally this. In my opinion, 9 out of 10 times, they've been through this. She said, as a victim, you never get over it. I know you don't ever get over it, child. You just cope. She said, so harsh, tripping child. She just tripped the girl for herself. The child lot. I ain't gonna tell y'all because it's children. I ain't gonna tell y'all. But last week, I ain't come Thursday, Friday. I was hot, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I was hot. She was. It was it was a problematic in this house last week, but we're okay, and she's over it. She already started last week. She started the week looking at her friend sideways. She just got the tension behind her friend being fucking messy after she done got a fucking amazing report card. She's over it. She don't like looking bad. That's what the girl don't get. My child she's like me. She likes to present. You make her look bad in school, you better off making her look bad to me, but to her teachers, making her look bad like she's one of these. Oh no, not her. Oh, hold on. Hello? She is thoroughly upset. She's hot. She's so hot. She's so pissed. Oh, God. I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this. She can't be friends with that girl no more. Oh, my God. All right. That was a Catholic church that did that stuff in the DMV that have pled to atone. Ain't no atonement for slavery and breeding human beings. $100 million ain't shit. Like, what the fuck is that? You done devastated generations of people, and you 100. What the fuck is that? What is that? You know how much thousands of people, thousands, maybe millions of people are affected? 100. What the fuck is $100 million? That's like $1 each. What are you talking about? They be wilding. She said, I was a victim, and I swear in my own life that I was taking bodies over my kids and I was taking bodies over my kids and grandchild. I can't allow my kids to experience the struggle I did. I'm glad you're okay. She said her uncle touched her when she was 5, and her grandmother tried to talk her mother out of pressing charges, and then turn around and tried to gaslight her and say that it didn't happen. Then we wonder why our fucking kids are so fucked up. You want to know why so much women are out here supporting R. Kelly? There you go. There you go. There you fucking go. I'm sick. My stomach hurt. My head hurt. I can't function. I'm upset about this shit. I'm upset. My kid is fucking in school upset. Oh, God, I feel sick to my stomach. About her only question. My friend was pregnant in middle school, and people were talking about her, and my only question was, sis, do you need someone you can trust to talk to after school? Exactly. Well, shit. Turns out her mother boyfriend, she said we were 12. Her mother's fucking boyfriend. Jesus Christ. She said her friend, I'm not even talking about friends. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about family. Families. Friends too. She said her mother blamed her because she had boobs. Her mother blamed her because she had boobs that called her fast. She said I reported that shit, and she was told by her other friends that she should have mind her business. Your other friends who were getting molested too, because that's what the fuck that is. And they just accepted the shit. Because I don't understand anybody. Like, you tell me your mom, somebody molested you as a child, like, mind your business. Like, who says that? Yep. They were used to being silent. I don't even think it was they've never been molested. They were just used to being silent. They would just, somebody then convince them to just hold in their silence. Don't use the R word in the chat. She said, I'm not agreeing with Akbar, but I know abused women when I see one. Me too. I know when I see one, when they, start talking, and I get bit, y'all know me. This is why we do what we do. I read the fuck out of somebody. I see all of this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. He has 6 kids with his daughter and delivered the babies to keep it silent. I think they said from the 80s to the 2000s. He was a producer. Okay. Oswald. Okay. I can't look at the videos. I'm be very honest. A lot of I feel sick. I feel so sick. I'm so sick. She said, when you're abused, it affects all your relationships with men. I'm sick. She said she turned her volume up. Directly, yes. She's over it. She's trying, because she's like, she's trying to be like, her friend needs somebody. But she's over it. She's like, she got me in trouble. She's over it. She's so fucking over it. I'm hot. I'm so upset right now. She wants to stay in Apple. I want her ass to come home. She wants to stay because she wants to. I'm like, just keep calm. She's angry. She's upset. Oh my God, Joe. She said, this is the reason why some kids keep their parents. I think something happened to Kirk Franklin's son. I believe something happened to that boy too. Everybody ain't just crazy because crazy is. There's a lot of people who are triggered to be crazy, okay? There's a lot of people triggered to be crazy. That video, okay, so the video you shared is the oldest daughter. Child, I don't want to read nothing about it. Yeah, I'm about to head out, Pamela, because I can't function. I'm over it. I'm glad we did this on a Friday because I'm gonna need the weekend to recoup from all this crazy shit. But nonetheless, I probably do drop some videos this weekend. But if not, nonetheless, I'll see y'all Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern for our next episode of the next episode at the Jovi B School. So Jovi Beauty School. So as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. And tell on his corny ass.